Good morning, everyone. Chris here from All Leeds TV. So it's the morning after the evening before. Leeds 0, Liverpool 3. I just want to tick a couple of things off first before I talk about the game. Obviously, I think as Jack and Oscar have alluded to in their post matches, I just want to send best wishes to Harvey Elliott. No one likes to see that on any player in any team. So hopefully the kid recovers quickly, because from what we've seen of him so far, he's some talent. He's going a long way in the game. So let's hope he recovers quickly. It seems from his posts on Instagram and stuff after the incident, he's okay. Obviously, it's a break or something like that, so it's going to take a while, but hopefully the lad recovers well. On the incident itself, I don't think it's a red card. I just think it's a really unfortunate accident. Some will accuse me, I'm sure, of having Leeds tinted spectacles on for it, but it doesn't look like a red card to me. It looks like a tough but fair tackle. But again, I'm pretty sure the club will appeal the red card and we'll see what comes off the back of it. But it's worrying now that Llorente again looks like he's injured, and potentially now Pascal's out for 3 matches with the red card, and that leaves us Coops, and I don't know what fitness levels Robin Koch's at currently, so that's quite concerning. So yeah, for the game itself, look, let's be brutally honest here. Liverpool are levels, absolute levels above us. As Jack said in his post-match, as a Leeds fan, you hope we can get something, you know what I mean? I'd have snapped your arm off for a draw before we kicked a ball. And you always hope that a bit of a shock's on the cards. Do you know what I mean? It can happen. But watching Liverpool yesterday firsthand, they were absolutely levels above us. Virgil van Dijk is just, for me, having seen how he controls the pitch and just how he marshals that back line, he's got to be, if not the best defender in European football at the minute. He's absolutely superb. Mo Salah as well just looks really easy for him. That right-hand side of Liverpool, Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold, is something else. So over the 90 minutes, we got what we deserved and potentially could have lost by more. We did have chances in the game, and I think this is where the levels show. Liverpool take their chances, some of them, and we didn't. And we did have a couple of good chances. And we've got to do better in those clinical moments if we want to pick anything up from these types of games. So first half, I thought first 15 minutes or so, we were pretty decent. Calvin had control of midfield, and Calvin, I feel for him at the minute. He's doing 2 or 3 players' jobs. He's absolutely everywhere. He was, as far as our team goes yesterday, he was levels above anyone else. Absolute levels above anyone else. He's a genuine bit of quality, is Calvin Phillips, which, do you know what I mean? But we need to see more of that. He stepped up his game so much. We need to see it from other players. We had a great season last season, but some players haven't kicked on this season yet. We are only 4 games in, but haven't kicked on yet. I've got to say, I don't like saying it, but I'm expecting more from players like Bill Ayling and stuff like that. He hasn't looked quite at it yet this season. Hopefully it'll come. Hopefully it'll come, but we'll see. So the first half, we only went in 1-0 down. And you're thinking at 1-0 down at half time, you're thinking, well, there's always a chance, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? It's only 1-0. It should have been more. They should have been out of sight at half time. And then second half, we probably played a little bit better, and we probably played better with 10 men, to be honest. I mean, I say better, we were more compact. We didn't do much going forward. But it finished 3-0. It's fully deserved. But these aren't the games that are going to define our season. I think we're fans. We're allowed to. Let's make that clear straight away. We're allowed to get carried away. We had a great season last season, finishing 9th. And a lot of us got overexcited, and do you know what I mean? We could see us only going one way. But I think this season's going to be a bit of a tough season. I don't think we'll go down. I think we'll finish maybe in and around top of the bottom half. It's teams like your Watfords, Brentfords, Newcastle, Southampton, and other teams in and around the bottom half that we need to be beating. And we've got more than enough in the tank to be getting results against those teams. So there's no panic yet from me. Ask me again in another 4 games if things aren't going well still, then I'll be showing some real concern, I think. But Liverpool were just absolutely levels above us. I had a mate of mine last night message me going, "Oh, Mane had 10 shots and Leeds only had 9 in total." I'm like, that's all very well and good, but 9 of Mane's shots were absolutely pony. He missed an absolute sitter in the first half. Eventually, obviously, got his goal in stoppage time. I think it was by the time he got it. But tell you what, that front 3 of Liverpool, it was Jota, Salah, and Mane yesterday. It's unbelievable. The ball comes into them and it sticks every time. Fabinho just marshals that in front of the back 4 really well, doing a similar job to what Calvin does, but Fabinho's got better quality around him to make his job a little easier, whereas Calvin's having to graft extremely hard. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. I don't like Rodrigo in that 10 position. We've seen last season, he's a striker. For me, yeah, he's not the minute going to get in front of Bamford, but bring him on for the last 20. Do you know what I mean? Like we did versus Burnley last season, and let him go at tight defences and get his goals, get his confidence up. I just don't see a number 10 in him. Sorry, dog's being a weirdo. Give up. I just don't see a 10 in him. I'd rather, and this is, it's just an opinion. I'm not the manager. I'm not Marcelo Bielsa. I'd rather see Rafa at the 10. I think he's got more energy about him. I think he presses better. And then obviously Dan James out on the right, who showed signs of his quality when he came on in a really difficult situation yesterday. But you can see he wants to get at defenders. The problem comes with that left-hand side, and you could see it in abundance yesterday, is Bill Ayling trying those crossfield balls to hit the left-hand side, whether it be Jack or then Dan James when he came on, and he's just not making the passes. You see Calvin do it from slightly further in front, and he more often than not hits his man. We just need to up the quality a little bit. Our game is all about speed in transition and getting forward. And if we can't get the ball out of the back and into the dangerous areas, then we're falling flat on our faces, because teams like Liverpool just turn us over and come at us, and then we're out of shape and all hell breaks loose. So disappointing, yes. I waited till this morning to do this because I was thoroughly disappointed in the performance last night, and I didn't want to be too reactionary and losing my head about it. We're only 4 games in. Like I say, give us another 4 or 5 games, and then I'll make a real judgment on how I see the rest of the season going. There's not much else to say. Obviously, Newcastle next, which is a big game for me now. I mean, I've seen people calling it 6-pointers and stuff like that. It's not that. I mean, it's far too early in the season for stuff like that. But it's a big game, because these are the teams that we need to be getting into and picking points up against. And that's not me slamming Newcastle. It's just they're the kind of teams we're competing against. So that's where we've got to look to be getting 3 points. It's not going to be easy. I think there's some fans thinking, we're just going to go up to Newcastle and steamroller it. It's not going to be an easy game. It's not going to be an easy game. But I'm confident, probably slightly less confident, but I'm confident we can go and get something. And then if we get up there on Friday and we do pick up 3 points, everyone's nerves can settle a little bit. And it's like we've got the first win under the belt in the league, and we can then look to move on from that. So let's see what Newcastle brings. It's a bit of a. I was speaking, or we were from All Leeds TV. A few of us speaking to Angus after the Three Peaks the other day, and he said, it's never a smooth path, is it? We're trying to compete in the Premier League, and we are a new club to the Premier League. This is only our second season back. It's never going to be a straight line trajectory upwards. It just doesn't work like that. It's potentially the toughest league in the world. Do you know what I mean? So there are going to be dips and troughs along the way. Maybe we are in a bit of a dip at the minute, but it's how you react to those things. It's like anything. It's about, we get in a dip, how do you react? So now we need to see a reaction from the players. We need them to step up for the next few games, get some wins under the belt, get some more points on the board, and everybody settles down. The last thing I want to say is, and I saw it online last night, which is why I didn't do a post-match reaction last night, is fans online on Facebook and stuff like that calling for Bielsa's head. We're all entitled to opinions, but please give your heads a wobble. Honestly, people need to remember where we've come from in the 3 and a bit years under him. And for those that are calling for his head, who'd you bring in? Genuine question. Stick it in the comments. If there's anyone out there watching this who says Bielsa should be gone, who'd you bring in? And don't say Sam Allardyce. If you're willing to going back to watching lumpet football and still getting beat more often than not, then I don't know what you want from your team. I don't want to be stood back in Elland Road watching lumpet football on a rain-soaked winter's night and us just getting destroyed by teams. So yeah, I think a little perspective's needed. It is going to be a tougher season than last season from how it looks at the minute. We've got to stick together as a fan base. We've got to make sure we stick behind the lads. I am disappointed, of course. No one wants to see the team go out, especially at home, and get beat 3-0. But there's also got to be an acceptance that teams like Liverpool are just levels above us, absolute levels. And it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. I just want to see a reaction now from the players. So let's hope we see one on Friday against Newcastle. And then, like I say, hopefully we can all just settle down a bit, take stock of the first 5 games, find ourselves on 5 points, fingers crossed, and saying, okay, we can kick on from here. So that's about it from me, guys. I'll be doing a pre-match on Newcastle later this week. Get your comments in below about what you thought of yesterday evening's game, how you see the rest of the season going, whether you agree or disagree with the things I've said. Sorry, one more thing. I've called Ailing out for not having a great start to the season, so it's only fair that I do the same for Cooper. I'm sorry, he was not good yesterday. Pascal actually looked, apart from Calvin, for the minutes he was on the pitch, potentially our best player on the pitch. I think I don't know what it is. I like Liam Cooper. I do. He's club captain. He's been around the club a long time. He's another one like Bill Ayling, and I want to see him step up his game now and try and get around the lads as captain and galvanise the squad and go at it again. We need to accept that Coops is in this team. So calling for his head and all the rest of it, it's wasted energy from people, to be honest. Coops is the captain. Bielsa's going to play him, for now at least. It looks like we're light on centre-backs again. As Llorente looks like he's completely made of digestives and he's broken again. So it is what it is. But I thought it was only fair if I was going to call out Bill for not having the best start to the season, I needed to be open and honest and say Coops as well. And this isn't me digging them out. Do you know what I mean? I have a lot of respect for them, and they play for Leeds United, and every time they pull on the shirt, I support them. So this isn't me ringing them out and calling them all names under the sun. I don't agree with that from fans, but I think viable comments about form and stuff like that. This is what we're here for as a channel and as fans. You know what I mean? It's what we do. And some people's opinions will vary. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, sorry, I went off on a bit of a tangent then. So let's see what Friday brings. Again, as we all will, let's get behind the boys when they pull on the shirt again. And let's hope for a positive reaction and 3 points at Newcastle. And then, like I say, we can all settle down and take stock a little bit. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please hit that like button. And like I say, get your comments in below and let me know your thoughts on everything that went on. And I'll catch you later in the week. Thanks very much, everyone.